Just now we will start the next topic, that is pharynx. Pharynx is the part which attached to the nasal chamber, or you can say कि nasal chamber opens into the pharynx. This portion which attached to the nasal cavity, that is called the nasopharynx, and this is oropharynx which attached to the oral cavity, and that is laryngopharynx which attached to the larynx. So this complete portion is called the pharynx. It is short and it is tube like structure, about 12 centimeter in length. The respiratory and food passage cross through this, and it has two separate passage for respiration, or you can say कि gases, and for food. Its upper part is nasopharynx, I already told you. Lower part is laryngopharynx and middle part is oropharynx. And it also has lower portion, that is tonsil, and tonsils is made up of, these are the tonsils, and tonsils are made up of lymphatic tissues. They kill the bacteria. Which enter through the food particles into the mouth. Now next slide is larynx. Pharynx attached to the larynx, and larynx is also called the sound box. In male, larynx get increase in size at the time of puberty, and it is called the Adam's apple. From the pharynx, air enter into the larynx through the glottis, and glottis is guarded by flap. There are flap like structure which prevent the entry of gases in food pipe and food particles in respiratory pipe. Along the side of glottis there are two folds, elastic folds. These are responsible for the producing sound. Now you can see in large view, this portion is called epiglottis, and these lines are called the tissues, rubber tissues, which are responsible for the producing the sound. Now next is trachea. Trachea is also called windpipe, means after larynx it connect to the windpipe, and it is about 12 centimeter long, 2.5 centimeter wide. It lies in front of esophagus and extend downward in neck, means कि behind this food pipe is present, esophagus is present, and it is made up of cartilage rings. These cartilage rings are arranged just like this C shape, so they make the trachea rigid, and it prevents the collapse during the entry of gases. Sometimes we enter the gas and we inhale the gases, and when there is no gas in esophagus, in windpipe, that time it can collapse. So to prevent the collapse, this is made up of cartilage. Just like you can say कि in a straw, if we are sucking something through the straw, and when there is nothing in straw, that time, and we are again sucking, that time these straw get stuck together. So these cartilage prevent the collapse of this windpipe. Trachea is internally lined with ciliated epithelial and mucus gland. Due to the ciliated epithelial and mucus gland, it gets filtered, and if something, some dust particle or some other thing get enter through the pharynx, larynx, they can be stick with this, and it can be protected. And ciliated epithelial help in moving the air forward. It If any foreign particle enter, it immediately expelled by coughing action. Same just like when if foreign particle enter in nose, we start sneezing. Same if foreign particle enter in windpipe, we start coughing and it removed. Dust particles get trapped by mucus. By ciliary movement, it swept towards the larynx. Finally, they enter into the esophagus. Now, next is bronchi and bronchioles. Bronchi is windpipe. It further divided into two parts, and these two tube-like structure are called bronchi. And further, these bronchi also get divided. They are in branch-like structure. They are called the bronchioles. So you can read the distal end of trachea is divided into the bronchi behind the sternum. Sternum के पीछे sternum present in rib cage, which protect the lungs. So behind the sternum, this windpipe get divided into two parts. Each bronchus is the singular of bronchi. Bronchi is plural and bronchus is singular. Is supported by a complete ring of cartilage. It enters into the lung of its respective side. Means left bronchus enter in left lung, and right bronchus enter in right lung. On entering the lung, each bronchus further divide into the secondary and then tertiary bronchi. Just you can say कि it is bronchus. It further divide. First division from the secondary bronchi, and later on it get divide. This from the tertiary bronchi, and after that they also get divided into many thin, that is called the bronchiole. Wall of each bronchiole does not have cartilage ring. Means these are not made up of cartilage ring. They do not have cartilage. Each bronchiole end in the balloon-like structure, alveolus. Alveolus is singular form of alveoli. So each bronchiole enter in alveolus. These alveoli make the lungs spongy and elastic. Because alveoli is balloon-like structure, so due to the balloon-like structure, lungs become spongy, lungs become fluffy, and they are elastic. Just like balloon, जैसे balloon expand होता है, contract होता है, that same lungs get expand and contract when air enter in it. Now this is the diagram of human lung, and after entering the bronchioles in lungs, it has balloon-like structure, and these balloon-like structures are present in lungs. These are called the alveoli. So you can say that these are the principal respiratory organ located in thoracic cavity. Lungs जो होते हैं, they are the principal respiratory organ. Means कि they are the main respiratory organ. These are two in number. Lungs are paired, hollow, elastic organ. Lungs ईच लंग इज एनक्लोज्ड इन प्लूरल सैक मीन्स जो ये यहाँ पे एम्प्टी स्पेस होता है जिसके अंदर लंग प्रेजेंट है, डैट इज कॉल्ड द प्लूरल सैक, एंड दिस स्पेस इज प्रोवाइडेड फॉर द एक्सपेंशन ऑफ लंग्स. Pleural sac is made up of two membrane, outer and inner. Enclosed cavity, that is called the pleural cavity. It is filled with pleural fluid which lubricate the pleura and prevent the friction when pleural membrane slide over each other. Means कि जब lungs expand हो रहे हैं तो क्या होगा, जब लंग्स एक्सपेंड होंगे तो मेम्ब्रेन्स आपस में रब कर सकती हैं. दीज प्रिवेंट द फ्रिक्शन, सो कोई भी डैमेज वहाँ ना हो. लंग्स आर पिंक इन कलर, सॉफ्ट, इलास्टिक एंड डिस्टेंडेड. दे आर, दैट इज़ द फिजिकल फीचर ऑफ दिस. दे आर हाईली वस्कुलर. वस्कुलर वर्ड जहाँ भी आता है डैट मीन्स कि दे आर रिच इन ट्रांसपोर्टेशन. If we are using for plant, so that time you can see कि they have the tissues which help in transportation, and in human being that is rich with blood capillaries, means it has transportation, it allow to and transportation through the blood. Now next is each sac has about 20 alveoli which look like the grape. यहाँ पे जो ये छोटे छोटे सैक्स हैं, these are the they each having the about 20 alveoli, and they are covered with capillaries from pulmonary artery and vein. The alveoli have very thin, अब इसका साइज देखो 0.0001 millimeter, and you can write 1 multiply 10 raised to power minus 4 millimeter. तो आप खुद ही चेक करें कि कितना कम हो सकता है. and you can only write 10 raised to power minus 4 millimeter, and it is non-ciliated, simple non-ciliated squamous epithelium. It has collagen and elastic fibers. ये टिश्यूज़ में ऑलरेडी पढ़ चुके हो. दिस मेक द alveoli very flexible due to the presence of elastin fibers and collagen fiber. Walls of alveoli become flexible, and due to which lungs can, each alveolus is about 0.1 millimeter in diameter. अब वहाँ जो बात की थी डैट इज़ थिकनेस की, कि सपोज़ ये एक एल्वोलाई है तो इसकी जो ये वॉल है इसकी थिकनेस क्या है, डैट इज़ दिस वन, एंड ये डैट इज़ डायमीटर, डैट इज़ 0.1 millimeter इन डायमीटर. डोंट गेट कन्फ्यूज विद दिस, कि जो बात की थी डैट इज़ अबाउट दिस मेम्ब्रेन की एक एल्वोलस की मेम्ब्रेन जो है बहुत थिन होती है, तो जो उसकी वॉल बनी हुई है डैट इज़ only 0.0001 millimeter thick. Human lung have about 750 million alveoli which increase the surface area for exchange of gases. The total area covered by them is 50 times the surface area of skin. मीन्स कि ये जो बलून लाइक स्ट्रक्चर बहुत छोटे छोटे प्रेजेंट है, अगर हम उन्हें एक्सपैंड करें तो हमारी स्किन का 50 टाइम्स वो ज़्यादा हो सकते हैं. तो अब आप यहाँ पे खुद ही देखें कि डिफ्यूज़न अगर हमारी स्किन कर रही है तो स्किन का 50 टाइम्स डिफ्यूज़न ये एक छोटा सा पार्ट कर रहा है, और उसके बाद साथ साथ ये ट्रांसपोर्ट भी कर रहा है, तो दैट टाइम इट गिव मोर एनर्जी. And one more thing, lungs are divided into the sacs, means they have the pouch like structure, and these are called the lobes, that is first lobe, that is second lobe, that is third lobe. तो जो right होता है that divide into 3 lobes, and left is divided into two lobes, and left lung is slightly smaller than the right lung because ये जो पोजीशन है that is for the heart, क्योंकि हार्ट भी हमारा स्लाइटली लेफ़्ट साइड होता है, नॉट हम ये कहें कि हमारा बहुत ज़्यादा साइड में होता है। डैट इज़ कि सेंटर से अगर हम ड्रॉ करें, सपोज इट इज़ सेंटर, तो इसका मैक्सिमम पार्ट लेफ़्ट साइड होगा। सो लेफ़्ट लंग इज़ स्मॉलर देन द right lung because it provides the space for the heart. Now next is what is breathing. अभी तक हमने किया है what is the physical structure of lung, or you can say what is the morphology of respiratory system. Now come to the process. First process is that is breathing. Without breathing we cannot respire. तो breathing क्या होगा? breathing एक process है which occur only from nose and mouth to the lungs, means after reaching the lungs and after transporting, that is not breathing. तो नोज से लंग्स तक का जो पाथ है that is breathing. How air enter in lungs, and that is alveoli also. How air enter in alveoli, that process is breathing. बट वो मैकेनिज्म कैसे होता है? बेसिक मैकेनिज्म उसका क्या होता है? सबसे पहला ब्रीदिंग, अगर हम कहते हैं ब्रीदिंग को हम फिज़िकल प्रोसेस बोलते हैं, and breathing is intake of gases and exhale of fall gases, means it is the intake of oxygen and exhale of carbon dioxide, in general language we call it. But when we inhale the gas, that gas having some carbon dioxide also and other gases which are present in atmosphere, and when we exhale the gas, that also having the some amount of oxygen. Now what is the process of breathing? When we inhale the air and it reaches through nose and mouth, through in larynx, pharynx, then trachea, then bronchi, and after reaching the bronchi, it allow to enter the bronchioles, then it allow to enter in the alveoli. That time lungs get expand. Not only lungs, you can say alveoli also get expand. तो alveoli जब expand हो रही हैं तो lungs also need to expand. And how it occurs? They are protected with the ribs. So एक particular position तक ही वो expand हो सकता है, और जब वो expand होंगे that time ये जो कर्व लाइन है that is called the diaphragm, and उस टाइम ये diaphragm डाउन हो जाएगा. जब यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा डाउन जाएगा तो ये पहले इतना एरिया प्रोवाइड था, नाउ इट हैज़ एरिया अप टू दिस, तो एरिया इंक्रीज हो गया. एंड यहाँ से जो रिब्स थे, रिब्स यहाँ तक हमारे रिब्स ने इतना एरिया प्रोवाइड किया था. ये रिब्स बाहर की साइड मूव करना शुरू करेंगे. अब जब ये बाहर की साइड मूव कर रहे हैं तो दे प्रोवाइड एरिया, मोर एरिया देन प्रीवियस. मीन्स जस्ट एक आप ये सिंपल समझो कि आपके पास कोई एक चीज़ है, ऐसे शेप ये है, एंड ये चीज़ नीचे आ गई तो ये कितना, और दोबारा ड्रॉ करती हूँ. सपोज़ हमारे पास एक शेप ये है, और इस शेप में हमने कोई एयर अलाउ किया, एंटर किया. दैट टाइम एयर अलाउ प्रेशर ऑन द वॉल्स ऑफ दिस बलून लाइक स्ट्रक्चर. तो वो चारों तरफ प्रेशर लगाएगी, और जब वो प्रेशर लगाएगी ये एरिया इलास्टिक है तो ये नीचे आ जाएगा, और ये एरिया थोड़ा सा कंपैरेटिवली बाहर चला जाएगा. तो कंपैरिजन में अगर हम इसका सरफेस एरिया देखें कि जो एरिया एब्जॉर्प्शन के लिए यूज़ हुआ, दैट गेट इंक्रीज। तो जब हम इनहेल करते हैं गैस, दैट टाइम वी फील कि हमारी चेस्ट थोड़ा ब्रॉड हो रही है, एंड व्हेन वी एक्सेल दैट टाइम वी फील चेस्ट गेट कॉन्ट्रैक्टेड। कोई भी पर्सन है, हम उससे कैसे आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं कि ही इज़ लिविंग, इफ़ ही इज़ टेकिंग द, he is breathing, if he is taking the gases. So and physically we can just identify by the moving of chest up and down. तो अगर हम inhale कर रहे हैं, that time chest get up due to the upward movement of ribs. And again when we need to remove the gases, just अगर हमें बलून से gases निकालनी है और हमारे पास वॉल, बलून में बाहर वॉल लगी हुई है, दैट डज नॉट अलाउ गैसेस टू एग्जिट, जस्ट लिविंग है, जस्ट ओपनिंग इट। तो क्या करते हैं, हम उसे प्रेस करते हैं। जैसे हम बॉल, कोई किसी भी बॉल में, फुटबॉल में, किसी में अगर हमने एयर है तो हल्का सा अगर उसको हम प्रेस करें, नॉट हल्का सा, कि अगर हम उसे प्रेस करते हैं तो दैट कैन अलाउ। तो कुछ बलून्स में भी ऐसा होता है, सेम यहाँ पे कि एल्वोलाई से ऐसे ही वापस नहीं जा सकता, तो वो क्या करेंगे, उसका एरिया डिक्रीज़ करेंगे। एंड व्हेन दे डिक्रीज द एरिया फॉर गैसेस, दैट टाइम डायफ्राम मूव अपवर्ड, डायफ्राम अपवर्ड मूव करेंगे, और जो रिब्स अपवर्ड मूव किया हुआ था दे स्टार्ट मूविंग डाउनवर्ड, मीन्स वापस वो अपनी पहली पोजीशन पे आना शुरू करेंगे। एंड दैट टाइम एरिया बिकम लेस। अब एरिया कम होगा तो इट क्रिएट द प्रेशर टू रिमूव द गैसेस, ये गैसेस को बाहर रिमूव करना शुरू करेंगे। दैट इज़ द प्रोसेस ऑफ ब्रीथिंग। एंड इनटेक ऑफ एयर इज कॉल्ड द इनहेलेशन, and removal of air is called the exhalation. Now come to the define. Inspiration is active process because it require energy brought about ribs, intercostal muscles, sternum and diaphragm. Intercostal muscles which are present in lungs and in the lung cavity. Intercostal muscles contract, pulling the ribs outward and increase the space for thoracic cavity. The lower part of breastbone, sternum, is raised. Diaphragm contract and become almost flat. First it was just like this, and again when inhale it become flat. Volume of thoracic cavities further increase and pressure on lungs decrease. The lungs expand, their volume increases. अब वॉल्यूम इंक्रीज हो गई, एक्सपेंड हो गया, तो ऑब्वियसली प्रेशर गेट डिक्रीज. Atmospheric air rushes into the lungs through the respiratory passage to make the pressure equal. Thus air enters the lungs. That is the process of inhalation. Now come to the next, that is expiration. Expiration is passive. Passive means it does not require any energy. The intercostal muscles relax, मीन्स जिन मसल्स ने स्टर्नम को, रिब्स को अपवर्ड मूव किया था, दे गेट रिलैक्स, तो वापस क्या होगा, रिब्स नीचे आ जाएंगी. डायफ्राम रिलैक्सेस, जो डायफ्राम स्ट्रेट हो गया था, दैट स्टार्ट बिकम द डोम शेप्ड. Thus the collective contraction of intercostal muscles, diaphragm reduces and pressure on lungs increases. The lungs get compressed and the air rushes out through the external nares. अब बेटा जो ये एक्सपिरेशन और इंस्पिरेशन होता है, दैट is called the respiration cycle, means कि one inspiration and one expiration is complete, called the respiration